know how much these games matter?
Um, yeah, they all matter, but division games I always say count as two. Because you can a win will um, give you one in the column and give them um, a loss in the column, and that all matters for seeding and all those different types of things. So beating a division opponent definitely is what you always want to do. It starts with winning your division before you can win anything else.
And what are you seeing really, from Houston, CJ in year two? What are you really seeing from their offense?
They have a good offense. Been playing good ball. I know a lot of people over there. So it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a challenge on us, but I think we'll be up for it.
Does Monday night can it rattle a defense the way that turned out, or is it easier to flush? Like, what's the mentality when you watch that back?
I mean, football is very simple when you look at it. No one really knows what's going on until you watch the film. So it can feel, um, it can feel bad out there at times, and I'm sure everyone looking at it can look, pretty bad because they don't know what's going on. But when you break it down, the breakdowns are things that are correctable. It's not like um, we're playing against invincible people. Football is all about small things, details, and execution, which is all things that can get cleaned up and have to get cleaned up so we can be better.
Is it hard to just do your job sometimes when things are breaking down? Not your specific. I'm just talking about defensive players or offensive players when not a lot of good is happening. You try to do more sometimes, and then therefore other things break down.
I think people can do that at times, but staying in character until you can watch the film and see what happened in totality is always the best approach to that.
In terms of their run game, I know it's something that, since you're familiar with Bobby, you're familiar with D'Amico and all those guys, it's probably not a surprise that they've really leaned into it, went out and got Joe Mixon this offseason. What have you seen from that part of their offense?
It's a scheme I'm familiar with for sure. They do some good things in the run game, and definitely it's a big point of emphasis for them. They have a good back, a good offensive line, and so they're going to try to put pressure on you in the run game and make you stop that. That's always the key to winning is trying to make a team one-dimensional. It always starts in the run game. That's my philosophy, and that's what I think has to be done first is stopping the run, and then try to make them one-dimensional. So they have a great run game. It's going to be a challenge on us, but it's something that we have to stop and stop early and can't let them get going.
How has D'Amico evolved from when he was your defensive coordinator? How have you seen maybe on tape their defense change?
Still pretty similar. They have some great players on that side of the ball too. I haven't had a whole ton of crossover tape to watch them specifically, but they have a great defense. They added some great players, even more great players to their defense as well too. And I know the brand of football that D'Amico believes in playing, and so happy for him and his success. And we're going to have a challenge in our hands.
Do you go over to the offensive meeting rooms a little bit this week, give them a little bit of insight, or at this point it's been a couple of years since you were working with him and that staff?
I think they can see on film what they're trying to do. They're an aggressive attack scheme. And the way they play. There's things that you can try to attack in them, and I think coaches and the players, they know that on that side. It's just a matter of going out and executing.
NFL's weird. How much do you just have to stay in the fight right now and let things come back to you?
It is. It's a long season. Emotions run high. It seems like every game is do or die. But that's the way football is. That's the sport that we play, and that's how it works. But all is not lost, and like I said, it's a long season, and there's still an opportunity to get things turned around. Just gotta play better football.
How have you seen the team respond? I mean, after a game like that, obviously it's not good. Do you just flush it? What have you sort of used as as a leader in this new locker room to you? Like, what have you seen?
Just putting things into perspective always. Like I said, a loss like that, it feels terrible, especially when you're going through it in the moment and you're out there on the field. Doesn't feel great, but like I said, football is not some new invention, and you gotta reinvent the wheel. It's about the simple things: execution, communication, being all on the same page. Giving effort and playing hard, and all those things can be corrected. So,
How have you felt? I mean, I think you talked about last week. You're still getting your legs under you, or getting back into football shape. I think you talked about that after week 1. How have you felt now that you guys are a few weeks into the season?
yeah, I think I'm getting better and better each week. Feeling better physically each week. So, just keep building, and my goal is always to be my best self and help my team win. So, just keep building, getting better each week, and whatever I'm doing, trying to do what they asked me to do.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.